Hey ladies. Okay, so I'm continuing on with my little drive with me instead of walk with me. And I have to have a little minute. I won't take a ton of time, but I have had so many like enlightening little bursts since we've been focusing on setting ourselves up for success in the new year by focusing on a few just things that have not held us back, but just not helped us be our best selves. So one of the things that I want to be focusing on this year is progress over perfection. And it's so funny because I was just actually, I was dropping my son off at the gym, and I was talking to him about how important we people who strive for success need to value progress. Progress is so amazing and so important, and it can get lost when we keep our sights on the goal, which is awesome, right? We want to be able to make sure that we are prioritizing our goals and working towards them and really striving for success and taking, strides towards accomplishing those goals. But we can't lose sight of the progress and celebrate that progress, because it keeps us inspired and it keeps us going and it keeps us moving forward and it keeps us excited. And the journey is so cool when we are making ourselves into better people and creating something new in our lives. And so why would we want to lose any bit of that excitement, any bit of that celebration that's going to keep us focused on continuing to move forward in all of the best ways? And so I want to encourage you, as you set your sights on awesome goals, achieving those goals, celebrate success. Celebrate every single thing that you do right, that you make progress with. Like what if you have a goal of getting up earlier and you might not have hit the exact time that you're striving for, but you got up a little bit earlier, right? Or you ate a little bit cleaner, or you got, more steps in, or you had an epiphany that you're going to be putting into place. All of those points of progress are moving you in the right direction, right? And so it's like we can't lose sight of the progress that we're making and how important it is that we are even trying. I have a friend of mine who, she's actually my attorney, but we become friends. But and she was like, it is so cool how many times you've like failed. And it was like, what? Like that makes no sense at all. And she was like, you try harder than anybody I've ever seen. And it was like, I do try. I try. And yeah, like I fail, but man, I have learned so much from those things. And so it's like, instead of sitting on the sidelines because we feel like we're not making that ultimate goal, right? Think about how far you've come and think about how much closer you are to that goal. Because sometimes there's setbacks and sometimes there's closed doors. And I was just journaling on this yesterday, because there are so many times in my life where I came up against a closed door and it was like, shoot, I really thought this was going to work. I really thought this was the right time. I really thought this was XYZ. And instead it was, it felt like a dead end, but it ended up being something so much more spectacular than I had originally even set my sights on. So just don't lose the excitement and the celebration of progress. Okay? Progress over perfection every single time, every single day. Think about what you did a little bit better than you did yesterday. And I promise you, even just having, that recenter, that refocus on prioritizing progress and letting go of perfectionism has been so uplifting and so freeing in so many different ways. But it's also helped me celebrate so many points of progress that I've made that I just wasn't able to check off the box of like hitting that goal yet. But it's incredible how much further I am than I was this time last year, or 10 years ago, or whatever the case might be, or a month ago even. So I really hope that this, inspires you to take some time and focus on progress and celebrate that progress and really give yourself, grace for not hitting the mark, but some really good kudos for giving it a good shot and giving it your best, giving it even a try at all, and just trying to be the best that you can be, right? So, all right, I hope this helps, and please check back and see us, more often or whenever you can, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.